Glory to Jesus Christ. Today is Thursday, March 20th, the 18th day of the fast. And yesterday we took a little detour. We went back to St. Nikolai for a moment, but now we're back to St. Silouan. So where we left off was he just simply said that you will want to cry aloud to the whole world, that when you've had the grace of the Holy Spirit and know from experience how greatly the Lord loves us. And so we pick up from there. Before he knew the Lord, Paul the apostle persecuted him. But when he came to know him, he traveled the length and breadth of the earth, preaching Christ. Unless the Lord grant him knowledge in the Holy Spirit, man cannot know how greatly he loves us. For there is no earthly science can teach the human mind of the love the Lord has for man. It's a short section today, but boy, some really important things that are there, mentioning the Apostle Paul, who persecuted Christ, and then was able, obviously, to come to Christ himself, and then to travel. That picks up on the theme that we've picked up from the Lenten Triodian text here recently as well, that we're not stagnant and paralyzed through humility, but we're moving. And St. Paul absolutely did that. He didn't sit still, literally. He was really out there and preaching Christ. And then, unless the Lord grant him knowledge in the Holy Spirit, man cannot know how greatly he loves us. For there is no earthly science that can teach the human mind of the love the Lord has for men. And very often we kind of think that way, that there has to be some scientific proof to whether it be the presence of God, that God actually exists, that Christ exists, that all these things that we're looking for some scientific knowledge of, but ultimately it comes down to faith and our experience as well. And so whether it's St. Paul or in this case St. Silouan who writes these words, ultimately we have people who can say, I have experienced the love of God and how much he loves us. So we read one text from the Triodian today, and I specifically just picked to do one because it's so powerful. And so it says, the crafty enemy lies in wait for the righteous and despoils them through vainglory, while he binds sinners fast in the noose of despair. But let us emulate the publican and hasten to escape from both these evils. And so let's slow that down and hear that. The crafty enemy. So we have to remember the evil one is crafty. He's smart. And he lies in wait for the righteous, and he despoils them through vain glory and through pride. So as someone does something good, they get full of pride, and that's when the enemy jumps on them to fill them and puff them up. But then on the other hand, he binds sinners fast in the noose of despair. And so we've mentioned this before, but this text brings it out very beautifully, and in a way, in a scary way, that we can fall into despair because of our sinfulness. And then it ends simply by saying, let us emulate the publican and hasten to escape from both these evils. So to not fall into the traps the evil one lies for us, to get us trapped in whether pride, vainglory, or despair itself. Glory to Jesus Christ.